Who are my friends? That is mine. Yo. Today I want to recommend to play one episode. The very interesting game, quest adventure game. So we go to this game Ain and we go to setting. Just a little bit. Subtitles yes, voices yes. That is this is a game I recommend to my friend. He actually friends. Paris, December 10, 1792.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis,
Yeah.
I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
To trust her act. Trust her act. Trust her act. Trust her act. Who's this mother? This act. He's try to the push in. Let's go. Like this.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Shoot.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to von Borchert.
So I want to recommend this game. I saw the trailer and that is in Game Pass and the Xbox. So I really recommend this game to see a very interesting story and interesting things. That is a game actually about attacking to your mind. Then I made the first episode, then maybe I made the second, I don't know. But first episode especially for you from your mind. Let's go. Focus Home Interactive present. Big Bad Wolf Studio, a game present too. In a cast, me
Well done, Mother.
and
You just had to pick up Bob Bertrand's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
TheCouncil. Episode 8. The Med Owns.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Hall.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Hall, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
So, like I understand it is some party and this is the personal reason.
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Absolutely.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You'll see. You won't soon forget.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming,
Very
Duchess.
sure.
A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No.
No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly. Am I going crazy or what? This
Yes,
can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for
So
God's
that
sake?
is
I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
yeah, that is my hero. So I'm try to. If this is kind of the game like a Dracula on the PS aim, you playing on the Dracula, that is should be perfect. Because this kind of the adventure, it's very interesting to, you know, not just the horror. Eating other things or collected coins. Not just the horror when you go and there's some very flash screen to your, and then you have a heart attack and you finish made the block and you forever. Nay, it's some kind of, you know, you must find the truth here. It's
Louis,
interesting.
during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Oh, that is very good, very good. First we have your class. First we have a diplomat. The diplomat shines in society, a talented speaker. He avoids effects past and he can convince who's with whom he's talking about. Offering them politics is his field of prediction. Occultist. Occultist is a master of deception, convincing them the imprudence of knowledge he has right extensive expertise in science and the arts, using order the archive his own ends do not bother him. Detective. The detective excels in the investigation. He is trained to notice every detail and he was understanding. You can't change all this kind of these things. So we take it. I think this is interesting. Should be. Yeah. We can spend in some coins. Nay, we don't have. Or have. Logic. Look, logic. Then it's about psychology. And yeah, then is this also. And how we can yeah, again guys, it's always like this. Yeah, I know. So we check skills. Nay, it's still there. This is when you try to make the block and try to in the same time understand and then how is it work, because it's absolutely new game and you don't know where is the button to save, hold, back, remove the points. It's at least nay. This one. Jesus.
Well,
okay.
over the last few
Then look at
years, I've
detective.
solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Orgère, for example. Thieves that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Yeah, I remember you, but I the must to say about this now, so that's why you start to think when I'm super strange. But I saw you, so okay, not all. So like nay, not all, not all sorry. Not all also lie to her. Not
Please
all
excuse me, madam.
sorry.
I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say, you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry,
Gosh.
I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Opportunities. Your skill allows to discover hidden details. Select the object that is most sensitive of the situation in order to discover them. So let's understood, yeah? It's the first.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Personality. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerably. You can read it now. I can go to take some coffee. So we are come back. And
Emily,
to
please
the-
excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Talents. To obtain talents when carrying out certain action, remember to review the unlocked condition and effect is they offer very interesting improvements. Yeah. Okay. So should be interesting game. So it's he can a little bit go more faster. I think.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Okay, so there's an object over there. Some person. Let's go there. And at the same time, maybe we go here for the first, because
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name,
how
please?
it's
Louis
possible,
Moras de
because
Richet.
I'm going.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Where is the Lord Mortimer? What do you know about my mother? What he know about his mother?
I have an appointment
Where
with
is the
Lord
Mortimer?
Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where
he-
my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, Everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Home?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Skills. Your skills give you access to any choices and action and the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost and effort points. Let's say what I have here, the difficulty.
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Let's I'll say no more then. Let me have the handkerchief.
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to
Logic.
get here.
yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No, of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Yeah. Go and take a break a little bit.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
And come back. This is the first episode of the Council, the adventure game, where we have something
Latin
on the
inscription.
floor.
En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Annexis mi fil cantilla productia mundrus regatio. Yeah. The first started.
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
Let's go there. Now we try to find where we have a sprint, or it is kind of the game where you cannot sprint. Now it's good also. You can see. Move. Hold down to move faster. RT. Anyway. So this kind of the game I like for the first what I see right now. The musician, the soundtrack, very interesting. No, the very aggressive scream on the screen. Okay, open the gate. Depends what kind of.
I'll never get it open
Garcia.
barehanded.
Step back there. So let's see. What I'm doing here. It's a classic adventure like Dracula. Which is I like.
Wooden floorboard.
Question where it came
Judging
from.
by the splinters of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up. It was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up. What's the point of doing this?
Question from examining.
Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
Yep.
There we go. Let's see what's hidden inside.
There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time.
And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Manuscripts. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you can choose what you read and gain permanent skill points.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key,
Oh,
some kind of
nice.
black powder.
Let's see. Examining the food, examine investigate, take the bag. Interesting. Examining the personal, examining the pool. Okay, we can take the bag and examine it somewhere. How about that? We have a time. There we go.
Fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. And the bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days.
It's Africa. You can eat still. It's still possible to eat.
An
Examine the
iron
rusted
key
cake.
completely rusted. You never
Take the
know.
key.
It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
There. The pocket and the lock, please. Over there. There is also.
The bottom of the bag is
Oh,
covered in black powder.
I think it's enough. Let's
Just
take
in
the
case,
necklace.
I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her. Crying out
It's
loud.
personal things.
Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger.
Key. Hey, key. Key is going over there, no? Open this gate, please. Use iron key. Thank you.
There we are.
Let's see. So, Victor Play, I recommend you remember this in the comments. This game, you can also make the review of this game. This is the first episode. Who use the platform Xbox? He can go to the
Wharf is
Game
used as
Pass
storage for a
and
lot of barrels.
play episode first for the to see how is it work. Then you go pay for the rest episodes. Let's see. I think it's interesting. Yeah, examining the broken barrel.
What have we here? It's cannon powder.
I don't have this, so it's
It's unusable now.
stand
I
back.
don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste.
Yeah. It's a waste. Amber fragments. You just found the amber fragment. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum effort points by 8.
Amber.
So we must also, what is that? We also must check this kind of the stuff, because it's inventory of your personal hero, character, talents, their trains. Now it's that. Let's go.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear Mother, and quickly too.
Royal Yelling. Royal Yelling restores 2 effort points. You cannot carry more than that. Let's go. Discovered something new. Game the council. I think we finished with this. Here, I think it's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, nothing interesting. Let's go. What you take it? Is something take it? I'm still not using it. You take it. There we go. Let's check maybe with something forget here. Because maybe something is maybe here.
This chest might
Yeah.
belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Royal Yelly. Ah, so we made the, kind of the quest now. Yeah, it's good. No markers. Yeah, it's
Like the
good. very
barrel's
good.
been broken for quite some time.
Yelly.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Let's see. If we have something else. Oh, there is the screen.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched
Some
it for a
rope.
good long time.
Some rope is also good. We have some rope.
A lantern.
Oh,
Nothing special.
why? It should be help if you go into some dark.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Letters. Oh, that is my lovely. Let's see what hidden inside.
Ah,
There's
the
a
letters is stamped with the seal of the order. And I recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to? I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richer.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy, Godoy, Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
well.
I'm guessing he's a
let's
man of
need
some
time in
importance.
this.
Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, it looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested. How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop? Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confirmation. During the confirmation, you have to go through several steps will be as persuasive as possible. Confrontation have a consequence, on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. So we have
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
You will happen to know if your mother has arrived yet. What you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet? Yeah, she's been here for several weeks now. Never mind, give me your letter.
Certainly,
Yes,
Your Eminence.
that's
Mother
it.
got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
With who? We are a member of the Golden Order, a professional secret story. We're a member of the Golden Order. That's his
If you know my
professional
mother,
secret
you
story.
will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Will I give to her and find her? You can count on me. Do you think I should give it to you? Yes, I'll give it to her and find her.
Listen,
Well,
you have nothing to fear. I will give your letter to my mother the moment I find her.
The moment you find her? You mean Sarah has gone missing?
Shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Ha!
Let's not exaggerate, Your Eminence. I have no other information at this time. It's probably nothing.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Confirmation, last step. For the last step of confirmation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give the bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. Well, okay, no worries.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
This is a century, 17th century,
Listen,
or something like
let's
this,
stop
so
it.
that's why it...
I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Riche. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Hidden elements. Many clues and intents are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. Okay. That is a big building. Should be. Check everything. Let's go.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Oh. Well, before the paint was been super because Devil's Thorn grants you the exit state. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting dialogue choice in a conversation. You cannot carry more than 5. Put the A. So before never people don't saw internet. That's why they made it this kind of the
Fall of the Damned by Rubens.
paints.
The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Yeah, you understand, yeah? We play in the Council, the game, the adventure game, which is I very recommend. I play maybe around 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. Let's
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Welcome to the... Okay, let's have something on the table, ne? Ne. Enough, let's go talk with this
I thought my
the
chimney
station.
was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk
my
of
mother,
disappointing
yeah.
you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah.
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord! Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Oh, that is very interesting. Anyway, we find her. We go. Well, but in the same time, that is a good chance to talk with the president in the United States. And
let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Yeah, let's go.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Mortimer. Where does Emily know my mother
And you,
from?
Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking. But I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
How did he come to know her? Where did he see her from the last time? Well,
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again. Or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
do the others in the orders know, do you think? Maybe. And what did Mother have left
I wonder if
island?
Mother is still on the island. Could she not have taken a boat and left?
I don't see how. No vessel can moor closer than 200 yards. Not to mention the permanent presence of staff and servants. There is one strange thing, I grant you. This island is barely the size of Delaware, and despite that, no one has been able to locate your mother.
So my mother still must be on the island.
I take this
But
book.
I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
Where did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised. but home doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
So, how is it? It's okay? I actually don't talk with you because I'm very concentration on the game because it's very interesting, so that's why.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
In the end of the corridor.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Let's go to the end of the corridor. Just go try to sleep. End of the corridor, it's over there.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
As we just watch who's here. Disney in the end of the corridor. But
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
So let's go. What is that? Ah, it's a box. Interesting box. Paints, oil paints, by the way. End of the corridor. That is corridor is going like a cycle. Yeah, it's close. End of the corridor. Let's go. Then we come back to the hall and try to watch what we have on the table. That's is kind of there. Yeah, it's a coffee table. Then it's let's go again here. So what does that means? Okay. Let's go to your room. Let's maybe some craft here for the first. Golden elixir. Golden elixir occurs all your negative alterations. You cannot carry more than 5. So some hidden very good artifact in this game.
That an old encyclopedia.
I think we must change the resolution of let's see, end of the corridor. Yolanda Rocher. Ah,
Jacques Perru.
Jacques Perru. Jacques Perru.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah, it's normal hotel. I like.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Duke Manuel Godoy. And
huh, that's me.
Yeah, let's go.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Well, you can't open it.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice
Yeah.
room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things
Yeah.
halfway.
What to do in this room? Let's make a 17th century party with the... Okay, let's see what we have in this room, guys. The console game. I was been absolutely concentrated, that's why I'm gonna be quiet. Oh. Open the balcony. Yeah, look at this balcony. Oh my gosh. Look at the view. Like in the Leonardo DiCaprio film, Island. Oh, this is very nice. Okay, this one. Carmelite water. Carmelite water gives you the focused state. Your next skill use will cost no effort. You cannot carry more. Let's see what we have actually, because I'm actually not... Peggy's letters, mothers, and if can I search something here? No. Journal. Yes, okay. Map, character, talents. It's going like okay, automatically. And this is your skills. Okay. Now we finally know. Let's see what we have. We have. Let's try something. Let's try this one. How I can choose this? Oh. Something with... Who's there? Oh, this is my room. Yeah, so episode 8, that is episode 8, that is a finished game, yeah, of the coast of England. So it's a very nice game. You see the result suckers I want of the manure, and you can read in fail it absolutely nay, alternate pets nay also. So it's the first episode, or we still have a game. 12 level. So we can put the more logic. Notice anything strange is also needed a bit, and that's so you can spend there. You need to spend only here in this direction. This is kind of okay. Say. Let's do the psychology more, and yeah, and this also. And then let's add this equipment manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read contains skill points at the end of the quest. Manuscript. This manuscript. So. I can choose it now. Okay, I take this. So this is we still play. Nice.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
What What a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
So he knocked on my door, or he knocked in the door where they play in an in A.
I'm coming.
This is a morning. Next day, or it's still. Yeah. 1 second. Where is this door? There. Ah, yeah.
Excuse
exactly.
me. Am I bothering you?
Yes. Nay.
I need your help.
What's going on?
Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Elizabeth
yes.
Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are 2 men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Yeah, well, he came to you now.
Count on me, sir.
Let's go like this.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
So we must find, I think, the woman who going
Louis,
upstairs.
you're straying from your objective.
What? Louis, you're straying your objective. Louis. What you doing, Louis?
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Cardinal Piaggi, hey.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Oh, that's just a little bit. Join Adams in the small salon downstairs. Ah, okay, downstairs. Let's go downstairs. Where, Louis? Louis? Hmm? It's It's over there. Hey. Hello, Louis.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
I'm going in. Sounds dangerous. Why should be the on to go?
Come on, this guy's a cardinal? Weren't you about to enter the room, Your Eminence?
Oh, no. I was just passing by.
But since I do happen to be here, shall we go in together now?
I'd rather go and find help. It's safer.
Well, let's see. It's always the same ones who get dumped in it.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Multiple path. There are multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to.
Me, sir.
Well,
If
there's
we were
some
in
guys.
France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I don't know these people.
I apologize. Nah.
I don't know what kind of
Mercy, have
people are in the
mercy.
game. Yeah.
Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
Look, you dumbass! Are you deaf? She said she was sorry.
Now we can act.
Call me that again.
Keep quiet.
That's what I thought.
He's
Now
a big
get
old
out.
me.
I have to deal with this dirty slut.
hit me, and then I'm see, golden brown, chocolate sun, and then we see her in her room. Don't worry.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
Good.
Did Elizabeth give you
Yeah,
any
you see?
trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search your room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes. What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm not a
let's
child.
explain.
What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
Did you believe your mother completely tortured a child? I don't have any idea.
My mother would never do something like that.
But she did. and with the blessing of the Order.
No, she wouldn't go that far. Prove it. Show me that file.
I left it in her room so as not to arouse suspicion.
My mother is not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well, but the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
Refused Washington account, accept Washington version. How you can accept a version if you started playing this game, this first
Mother has
episode?
many faults, but she's not the cruel woman you describe.
Believe what you will, but now you cannot say you were never told.
Now, yeah, okay. So, take a break for 1 minute. Go back to bed. Okay, let's go. So this kind of the game, like you see, this is
That's not the
mind
right way.
mind work. This is not the right way. Okay, you find a solution with the NPC here, and then it's so I need to go to my bed. Okay, this is not my room. Let's go here.
Duchess
I don't
of
remember the
Hillsborough.
name. Nay. Why they don't propose this some wine in the bottle?
Your Eminence, what are
Again,
you
this
doing
guy.
here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Could have been worse. Let's say that Miss Adams will remember it for a couple of days.
What? Did you not intervene?
Of course not. What did you want me to do? That thug could have snapped me in half in 2 seconds.
So, you prefer to let that fragile young lady take a beating rather than risk getting slapped around a bit yourself? Mr. Derice, your mother would not have been proud of you.
Listen,
Oh,
next time
yeah.
it happens,
Of
join
course.
me instead of hiding behind the door. If you're gonna talk big, back it up.
You should be ashamed. I will pray for your soul, my son.
Yeah,
My
go
son,
to the room.
I have another
I'm
problem.
tired.
I wanted to speak to
Oh,
you
again
about
something.
something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Something is exchanged, but I don't have. Oh, you see this, only this. It's
Here it is.
Yeah.
Thank you,
can
my
take
son.
this.
I see that it's
That
still
is-
sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Luis. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
Again, something.
Have a good night.
Okay, good night. Where is the bottle of wine to this in this building?
Louis, you're straying from your objective. Huh, that's me. I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Night stroll. Wow, and this time we have some interesting statistic in this game, yeah? So it's like you see on the screen. Finally morning. Guten Morgen. Louis de Reche. Wake up. Job. Werk. You asked it yesterday, the bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, okay. Bottle of wine is too much.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
So we can choose the art, knowing people that yeah, he's Numi, and the manuscript, the encyclopedia. This should be interesting. I cannot take this. Okay, this one. Again, close. Okay. So we don't have a time to enjoy our room before.
Last Judgment.
Let's see.
Why do I always get the most terrifying room? Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd. The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio represented St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on, but doesn't touch. Nothing. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Oh, this is exactly what I yesterday. Yeah, very polite drinking. So let's see. Now it's dark. It's nice. Let's go. Very good fresh air. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Lime.
Here's something that will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Someone's picked some lemons.
I'd be surprised if my mother didn't help herself to a few.
She was always going on about the surprising properties of lemons. A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room. Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked.
Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
A Voyage Around the World, the travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. Come on, Louis, think. Think.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind.
She must have used the writing materials.
The quill has been used, but not with regular ink.
What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message? The message is illegible. I have to keep searching. Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. It might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Let's go take the lemon, I think, because...
When I was a boy, I used to love making secret messages with lemon juice. Handy for writing them, but useless for making them appear. When I was a boy, I used to love making secret messages with lemon juice. Handy for writing them, but useless for making them appear. That wasn't it. Not to mention I covered half the page with lemon juice. Great!
Louis. Lemon's used to write secret messages, not to reveal them. I'll have to try something else. There's a circle around the lock here.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases. Priest robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room. Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Amber crystals. The Conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests.
Yeah,
Very jolly.
sure.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the
Yeah.
gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Brain unlocked member of the order. Let's go.
This is Thursday. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Nee. What was it? Let's go.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room. For God's sakes, what happened in here? Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Okay. So this is a room. Looks like yeah, it's okay. Let's go. Watch what we have.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Nice mirror. Now, again this.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
Well, how is it? Okay. Ah, it's
I
a
found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
It's
August 24th.
yeah, this is
June
a
11th.
two. Yes. Intoxicated. Right, I don't know what is this means. That is going here.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. Well, let's see what it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Yeah, it's okay. Nay, this is enough. Let's go. What? Well, she's living here alone. She's sitting in this room too long. That's what I see. Maybe.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Discovered accessibility. Yes, game starts to be a little bit more difficult, yeah? It's interesting. The Council. Xbox episode 8. Well, I'm enough to go into this room, so let's go over there. This is not open, let's go. I'll go to the red saloon on the first floor, okay.
Might be better to take a
Again,
different stairway. That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Nah, let's go. I don't want to go there. This
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
I love your dress.
How's your eye?
I've had worse.
Please accept my apologies. If I'd stepped in sooner, you wouldn't have gotten that.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're going to tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt
Information
in
started. This is interesting, a part of this game also.
Elizabeth, confiding in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you.
Some people care about you, don't they?
Which is you want to choose? Tell me.
Take your father. I'm sure he tried everything to save you.
Sure, he tried everything to keep me from upsetting his political affairs. Once I was declared insane, I was nothing but a burden that got in the way of his career. By leaving me with your mother, he made all the horrors possible. I've got nothing more to say to you. Figure it out yourself.
I'm tired to talk with her.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Go to the Red Saloon on the first floor.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Where is the Red Saloon on the first floor? Can we see the option? Nay. So then I want to ask you something else.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
What is this? Okay.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favorite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Very funny, sir.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
He's just a soldier, not even a high-ranking one at that. I'll bet he's just here for some minor business.
I wouldn't be so categorical. No one is ever invited here just by chance. You'll see.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Let's go, let's go.
Lord Mortimer
It's
and
more
the Golden
interesting.
Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
The agreement is based cannon. Yes, with the agreement, no, I don't know about what it's okay.
I don't know. Maybe you ought to speak to my mother.
Oh, what a pity. I was hoping you would be up to the challenge. Too bad. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
You will need a counter-revolution. We should reinstate the monarchy. Let people be free choices. With his ambition, he not agree this. We should reinstate
Let the
the
people
monarchy.
make their own choices.
You are joking, I hope. The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see? They are an uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment, incapable of providing a coherent vision.
I like this challenge. It's very nice challenge, guys. Very good game. I will
think
very
there must be a
recommend the Council
What do you mean?
adventure.
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
For what fiasco? I don't think so. It's fiasco. It's okay.
My
It's good.
friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Well, there's wines and cans. Fail it. There is yeah, it's there's circus. Okay, always good. And 4, nay. Yeah, 4. It's okay. So let's go. It's still part episode 8. So let's take it more logic. Actually, finish the logic. And you can. Okay, it's more and more. Let's see like this. And then here. Okay. Yes.
Alright.
No, this.
Let's recap.
Okay.
Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
So, like I understand, this guy Napoleon Bonaparte tried to ask me some couple of questions, which is he tried to use me to the yeah. So the guy said like, Yeah, you can ask it my mother. That is,
The
should
lock
be
is
not
surrounded
fail.
by a
This should
triple
be
circle.
good. I don't have skills for this and actually don't like this stuff. Okay, let's go over there. I think it's... Oh. It's again something... Yeah, let's go. Let's hope this
Well, Your Eminence,
guy.
do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
As I haven't visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, La Gorgogne, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one in any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
Thank you anyway, Your Eminence. I won't take up any more of your time. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Are you still with me? Because I'm concentration on the
Discourse on the
game.
Method
Sorry, I
by
don't talk
TheCouncil.
with you.
This book changed the way I looked at the world.
What you can do is subscribe on my new, because I'm start to work like a delivery guy, and actually when I will have the time to go in on my blog, I still do this. So enjoy the blog. Then a bit later, I made my quality of the capture much more better, because it needs to buy some stuff to maybe capture to from your Xbox. It needs to buy
The only
too.
person sizing me up here is that monumental Zeus. It can't be here.
Yeah, let's go. Now we must find the place, maintain it by your mother. Hey, this guy don't know nothing. Let's see, maybe it is outside.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Chronicles of the Amber Princess. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Yeah, I was been here. There's a close, yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's open. Oh my gosh, look at this bibliothèque. Bibliothèque. Oh my gosh, it's so we have here a look, letters. So it's find the place mentioned by him. Okay, it's just bibliothèque. Let's go.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
You saw this.
Golden elixir. Consume without excess. Carmelite water.
Da, da, da.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Well, that is interesting. So we can go here.
The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. The section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the
Just not
chimera,
right button.
the hydra, the gorgons. The section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa. Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected.
The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero.
Toward the hero holding the sword, the ray of light that perfects Medusa, the focus intention, the best protection hero. Toward the hero holding the shield. Nee. Think.
Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning this shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot. Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning this shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
Okay, I'm come back. Return the statue. Mind you, with you, I'm still alive. In Mortimer, the one who thought of all this stuff, then I understand, yeah. Honestly, he must have a screw loose. Okay, idea, but worth a shot. Toward the hero holding the sword. Who's made the light? Lantern, yeah, no there. This guy should be with the other. Nee? Then it's...
This hero is the only one holding a weapon. It seems obvious that he's the one whose job is to cut off her head. So, sword toward the Medusa.
Yeah, he tried to... But... interesting. Nay, I was thinking it's super difficult, but I think it's super easy. Lamp going to Medusa, but okay. For what he need to go to the Medusa? To the sword? I was playing first time. It's light. You know, there is a going. Let's see. Ah, it's again Medusa. Stand back. Medusa. And this guy. Yeah.
The statue is darker on the right-hand side. It must be often placed towards the fire, which would explain the difference in color. In that case, it would be facing the Medusa. Perfect for the coup de grace.
Nay, where you... That is not this... Oh my gosh.
A painting with no name.
Were we doing this before? Nay, no more. Okay, maybe in the other room something we have. Nay, I don't think so.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia. The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. A fragment of amber.
Well,
a Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
So we can put somewhere these coins, yeah? Oh. Well, let's go back to this room, because when who know? I know, but it needs time. It's okay. What is here? Ah, okay. Medusa. Okay, again to the lantern, eh?
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero.
Sword. Not sport. I mean, not sword, I mean shield. Shield. Okay, and then nay, not this, not this. Medusa, tell me please what you want to do. Let's go to the shield. Nay. Really interesting. Now my logical mind a little bit going.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Well,
it looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe
Yeah,
in this
1 second.
position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
two options. First option this, but I don't think so. That is. Ah, yeah, that is, should be. He's here. And Medusa is. Two options too. It's sword or. Latin, you mean, you think? Nay. Sword. Nothing's happening. Shield.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Ah, and so
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
okay, that is and what's with this light over there? And this. Oh my gosh, it's a little bit. Find the solution on the Medusa enigma. Now we find the solution with that enigma. Yes! Finally.
For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Don't question with humor.
I was feeling a bit peckish. I went in search of the kitchen and I ended up here.
Your sense of direction is mind-boggling, isn't it? Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
Yeah, you also sit on the table. I don't have any idea what this sculptor. What is this? It's beautiful, of course. Let's see.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath. I can just see Mortimer dressed in a toga, wearing a laurel wreath, strutting around his manor all day long.
You have a curious idea of Mortimer.
Why? He's eccentric, like all the English are, isn't he?
Well, if Peru stands for French grace, then if I were you, I wouldn't be making that sort of remark.
What is that?
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
This weapon is typically French, quite old. Undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom.
That is which it's not look like a King Arthur.
It really does look like Joan of Arc's sword.
The famous Maid of Orleans. One of your favorite historical heroines.
You bet. Given the number of English butts she kicked.
And we all know where that got her. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Let's see. We have...
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Assume Mortimer and Porter, assume the Cyril Mortimers, assume the do you think this is a proper really belonging to him?
Probably, but that doesn't mean they weren't stolen.
But Mortimer's signature, it looks genuine.
Maybe he erased the original ones and signed his name instead.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take?
Once again, in order to ask her to find her, what do you think of the collection? What do you consider the assets? How it has been?
How did Lord Mortimer get all this? It's just crazy.
Secret connections, money, or a well-kept family treasure passed on from generation to generation. Who knows?
That would mean some of Mortimer's ancestors lived before Jesus was born. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
So we're still here. Let's go.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Let's go, my lovely play confirmation. Because and why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis? Because
when are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
He will find where I live in him too. Emily's feminine character.
Intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself. I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Yeah. She prefers not walk alone. She likes to live in herself. She already has a partner. I don't mind actually, but
oh, it's crystal clear. You don't like people telling you what to do, and you do like giving the orders to everyone.
If I were the matron you speak of, I would have found an underling to search this place, and I would be sound asleep in my bed. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
You lesbian. I'm a gay. That's
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh.
Nice.
Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, you can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
Well, it's the console game adventure still.
So,
episode 8.
What do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do? Excuse me, Elizabeth, but some very urgent business has cropped up. We can speak tomorrow.
No, Louis, don't leave me alone. They've come back.
Good night, madam.
I forget which is numb. I was trying to use the
Louis, you
piece
took
of
your
left.
sweet time. What did our poor Elizabeth want?
That is I think something is happening with her this night. That's why. Nothing important. Probably talking about my mother. What is she doing? Probably talking about.
She probably wanted
now.
to chat more about my mother.
Really? So Miss Adams is somehow linked to your mother?
In a
I
way,
don't mind.
I guess she is. But I thought all of that could wait until tomorrow.
That young girl seems very...
Emily? Have I misunderstood something here? What are you doing in my room?
And for a while now, the question has been nagging at me.
And that explains why I now find you here in my bed. Go ahead. Ask me the question that's been burning at your lips.
I know your mother was here to meet someone, but I can't figure out who.
Oh, so that's what's been hiding behind all this.
We are both members of the Order, Louis. Let's try to be honest with each other. I have followed with great interest your affair in Paris, in connection with Mr. von Borchardt. You managed to steal something from him, if I'm not mistaken.
The book, you managed to steal something from him, you're not mistaken. The book, from who?
Emily,
Why that?
you suddenly seem to be very interested in my private affairs. You aren't pumping me for information, are you?
Not in the least, Louis. I'm deeply hurt that you'd even think such a thing of me.
Look, I'm sorry, I just thought that...
Well, you thought wrong. I was interested in you, that's all. But that seems to be beyond you.
Don't take it like that. My mother and I recovered an old occult book that von Borchardt was planning to resell on the black market. There. Now you know it all.
This is quite fascinating. But just what did Sarah expect to accomplish here?
If only I knew myself. My mother always takes a sly pleasure in telling me as little as possible.
Oh, poor little Louis. Your mother hides things from you. That's not very nice.
No, it's not nice at all. And you, what were you supposed to do once the book was found?
Give it to our sponsor, of course. Sir Gregory has more than one card up his sleeve.
So you mean Home is playing both sides?
Right. Enough chatting. Come and join me instead.
Emily,
thanks.
don't take this the wrong way, but
Go,
I really
get
don't
off from
think this would
my
be a
bed
good
and
idea
go
right now.
get the hell out of here
see.
from this.
You don't
I need
think
to
it would
take
do
it
some
the
good
one.
to relax and clear your
Shut up
mind
the
a
bottle
bit?
of the wine.
That's a good point, but seriously, I'd rather we didn't.
I understand, Louis. I won't insist any further.
Thanks, Emily.
Yeah, and do. I'm very concentration on the game, so I'm I'm in the game right now. So this is again this. Oh,
Lord Mortimer?
Monsieur de Richet, at last we meet.
Golga. So we have this kind of statistic again, like you see. Good. Let's go to the 5th level. Okay. Now we have a 4, so we can use this kind of, I don't know, this and also this one. Then we take this. Yeah, and that is end of the part of the Ain episode. I really recommend this game for everybody who wants to sit and watch how is it how is it going. And, interesting story, and then this interesting soundtrack over there, and then you can choose some options. You can go in this way and this way and this way, so you can keep some secrets from this person. It depends which is the character. This is a very interesting game, so this I very recommend.